If you are a founder or CEO of a consumer product goods brand, you're in the right place. If you don't have a product that you're thinking about launching or have already launched, you're in the wrong place. So, as exciting as I may sound or be, you don't want to waste 40 minutes of your time. So, hopefully, you are a founder or CEO of a fast moving consumer goods, a consumer product goods brand that you're either looking to launch or have already launched. If you are, you're in the right place. We're going to be starting in a couple of minutes. Sometimes people have problems getting on. We're also connecting to LinkedIn, Facebook, and TikTok. So this will be live streaming to not only the people that came into the webinar, but also to the people that are coming on or seeing us from one of these other platforms. Unfortunately, the people that are on LinkedIn, Facebook, and TikTok, you will not be able to ask questions or show product. That's just the way the technology works. If you want to come in and ask questions, you can come into the webinar and join the webinar like we have the people that are on now. So we'll be starting in a few minutes. What we ask is please put on your camera. We would love to, people are joining. So Fernando, you're letting everyone in? Yeah, so please, everyone, jump on. We're going to be starting in a couple of minutes. So jump on in. We'll be joining in a few minutes. This is the Fast Moving Consumer Goods Launch Real Consumer Brand in 90 Days. It's a blueprint that we put together for first-time founders, so they avoid all the costly mistakes, how to find the right manufacturer, and doing the right sequence of events to make sure you launch your product on a consistent basis. So we'll be starting in a few minutes. We do ask to put into the text where you're from and what the temperature is. We're in beautiful San Diego, California. It's about 75 degrees, perfect day today. And so looking forward to the weekend. So type that in. We'd like you to go on and show the camera. That would be wonderful. And we're going to be starting soon. So go ahead and jump in. My name is Sandro Pianconi. We are launching the Real Consumer Brands in 90 Days Blueprint. And we're going to jump into that right now. So grab a piece of paper and a pen, something to drink, and we're going to be starting now. First, like to thank our sponsors for CBG Life Agency. They're a partner agency that we work with, which is both the direct-to-consumer and TikTok. You'll hear a lot more about TikTok later, but they are a sponsor for tonight's evening. So a shout out to Alejandro and Fernando. Thank you for being sponsors of the CBG Life Agency. So anatomy of a successful product launch. Looks like a lot going on here, but as we go through it step by step, it's very simple. We just want to make sure that the foundation is done correctly, right? So we want to make sure that's done correctly. So if we start the foundation correctly, the rest of the things that will happen very easy. Don't worry, it seems like a lot of stuff. This video, this webinar will be posted tomorrow on our link on our YouTube channel. You'll be able to go and watch it again and or share it with people. So that's going to be starting now. From idea to shelf in 90 days, yes, we've launched over 1,000 items. We are able to do it in 90 days and help you do it in 90 days. So we will be doing that. As you can see, most founders we meet on the left don't have a plan, and we have an exact plan, a blueprint that will get you to launch in 90 days. Sorry about that. So very, very important. This is a Nielsen number. 85% of all consumer packaged goods fail within the first year. So obviously our job is to make sure that doesn't happen to you. We want to make sure that it's structured correctly and you are part of the 15% that succeed and not part of the 85%. So these are Nielsen numbers, and we even checked our numbers as people have come through our sales funnel, and we've reached back out to them a year later. ones that have not used us, and that number is about correct, right? So people want to know why they fail, and it's usually not because of lack of passion or bad product, or that wasn't even a good idea, because most ideas are good ideas. It's the execution of it, right? So they did poor execution, or they did the direct order of operations, or there was a lot of guesswork involved, and we don't want you guessing. So 90-day roadmap, we call it a blueprint, a roadmap. Phase 1 is the foundation and product fit, and then we go to phase 2, which is week 7 to 12. So we're going to get into all of this one by one. Week 1, week 2, week 3, and talk about what we do. So the trap of guessing. A lot of our founders get up in the morning, they don't know what to do next. So they go from idea to confusion to expensive decision-making, stress, delay, and then abandonment. And a lot of times we'll meet them at phase 3, which is they've spent the money. They're a year and a half later, they spent $250,000 and they still haven't launched a product. So then we have to come in and help fix it. So we don't want that. We have a better plan. So a lot of myths that are out there. Most founders believe that their idea is so good it will sell by itself. That's not true. Great products fail all the day because it had the wrong positioning, the wrong margins, not just the idea, right? They also think that the perfect product before thinking about the business. And we actually think about it in reverse. We want the business set up, the economic setup perfect, and then we can work on the product. And then the other one is they believe they need to order, to get their margins in place, they need to order large quantities. So they talk to a custom manufacturer, and they tell them that they need to order a truckload, and they get the truckload and they do a proof of concept. So they have a lot of unsellable dead stock. That is most of the clients that we meet that don't come through our blueprint 90-day funnel. So main point number 2, the 90X, we talk about from idea to market in 12 weeks without guesswork. So first week is foundation IP, then customer avatar, supply chain, brand D2C, and then retail and capital raising. So we have clear weekly milestones and defined deliverables. So who are we? Why are we able to put this webinar on? Both myself and Jorge have been 30 years in the fast-moving consumer goods space. We've built distribution companies both in the U.S. and Mexico. We distributed over to 17,000 stores. We were the Miller beer distributor in Mexico for many, many years. That's a little bit about our background. We've exited certain companies, either sales or taking companies public. We talked about launching over 1,000 items. We're also authors. We have authored over 9 books together, our latest being Wholesale MBA. If you are in the beverage space, you should definitely get your Build Your Beverage Empire. It's available on Amazon. You can go on. If you were to work with us, you would get signed copies that are coming along with homework reading, must read if you're going to be one of our clients. So both the Build Your Beverage Empire and Wholesale MBA. A little bit about the type of products we've launched. So launched over 1,000 consumer products, both in the food, beverage, supplements, and now alcohol and spirit brands. So real SKUs, real shelves, real distribution. We help with formulation, manufacturing, supply chain, online sales, wholesale distribution, retail sales, and if you so desire, export to Mexico. So these, one of our drinks, the iDrink is over here to the right, tequila, Tridente tequila, and Calmara energy drink down here at the bottom. So these are some of the clients we've worked with. Hold on. So the boss, Rick Ross, the one in the middle, which is Snoop Dogg, and then Cheech and Chong. We've launched both consumable products, beverages products with them, and so on. So the 90-day blueprint from idea to an exit. Phase 1 is the foundational structure and validation. Step 2, and then step 3. So we're going to go one by one. So we're going to start with week 1. Step 1, building the foundation. So we help you set up the right corporate structure So you are able to pay zero tax. So we make sure you are set up in a zero state tax. We also set it up that when there is an exit and you do sell the company one day, that you will pay zero capital gains. So we help you set that up. Also, IP protection. We don't want you out there talking about your brand or even selling your brand unless you own the trademark, because that is the value in the brand, is the trademark. So we help you with that, but also copyrights and possible patents. And we also show you strategy number 3, how to qualify up to $500,000 in research and development tax credits. Step 2, most people want to jump ahead, but we want to know who your perfect client is. Who's your avatar? What is an avatar? It's your perfect client. You open up a dictionary, you would see a picture of who your client is, where they live, what do they do for a living, where do they shop, where do they work out. We need to know who that person is. A lot of our founders tell us, oh, my product can be sold to anyone. That's not true. Right? So what we need to do is figure out who your perfect product is before we decide on the formulation and the budget and the delivery vehicle, if it's a can, a bottle, so on and so forth. So we work on that a lot. We're going to give you homework to make sure that we get this done and work with you to get there. Step 2, once we know who your target market is and how much money they have and where they shop, is it at a liquor store? Is it a convenience store? Is it online? Then we could figure out price points and figure out ingredients. Does the product need to be certified NSF, organic, and so on? Then we help you with co-manufacturers to make sure, formulation, co-manufacturing, plan A and plan B. We want to make sure you have a proof of concept, and then go right to your MOQs. And then we also help with logistics and fulfillment. So we want to make sure you have a third-party logistics who's saving you money, shipping out on a nightly basis, and getting as fast as you can product to the consumer. Then the part everyone really wants to jump to, but we do it last, is the assets, right? We want to understand the story, the lore, the look and feel, the packaging, all of that. Then we talk about D2C advantage, TikTok and Amazon, and why people, a lot of our clients want to go direct to retail. We don't recommend that because it's very expensive. There's gatekeepers. Gatekeepers are the buyers. What we recommend is going direct to the consumer, telling your story direct on TikTok, building a TikTok presence, which then will make it easier for you to get into retail. And we've already proven that model many, 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 many times over. Then when you are ready for retail, we have systems in place to teach you how to go to retail with proven buyer presentation, mastering brokers, slotting fees, road shows. We have a secret Walmart category that can get you into your local Walmart. And then expanding into indie type stores like our doctor that has the eye drink. We're getting them into vision stores. And our anime beverage, we are getting into comic book shops. Also, as along your journey of the entrepreneur, you're going to need to raise capital. Maybe it's at the beginning, or maybe it's after you get a $1 million purchase order from Target. We will help you figure out how to raise the capital that you need, both alternative financing, capital raising, debt financing, and possible IPO, which we've done several of them. So point number 3, cost of implementation. When entrepreneurs are doing it themselves, they don't know what step and what sequence to do. They're talking to their lawyer, who's then talking to their accountant, who maybe is negotiating on behalf of them to do your formulations, your manufacturing. There's a direct structure that needs to be done, from legal to then finance to product development and then manufacturing. So our systems teach you how to be a CEO and not a hobbyist trying to figure out what to do next. So a little bit about stories on how things work. This is a case study of Poppy. So about 3 years ago, you probably never heard of Poppy. They were, it looked like this on the left, a very medicinal looking product. They came into a fund, an incubator that we know called Kava. And they, after the re-architecture, they came up with a modern soda. They used TikTok influencers to build the brand. They offered equity to them. They did a ground war with distribution, and then this year sold to Pepsi for $2 billion, 1.95 million, 1,950,000,000. So 850 up front and then earn out. So they did quite a big thing. This one's my favorite. Once Upon a Farm is a local San Diego company. They started in a garage here in University City, did very well. Jennifer Garner is a co-founder, and the company just listed on the on the New York Stock Exchange at over $700 million IPO. Did very, very well, and then Salsa. So built it using influencers, marketing, and so on. So very, very exciting. Eliminating the friction. Why have we put this program together? This is for founders who are launching their brand part-time. They're not there full-time. What we ask from them is an investment of 1 to 2 hours a week, focused hours a week, to help with the structured roadmap. We structure this for first-time founders, and then the sequence very important so you don't lose capital. In our 12-week course, we have curriculums, live group founders, launch planners, unlimited desk, and trusted introductions. And so what we'd like to do at this time is open it up for questions. If anyone has questions, they can ask questions. Fernando, I believe we can take questions from YouTube now that I think about it. You'll watch it on YouTube and ask the question here. So we're able to do that. Really, we'd like to know more about where you are in your journey. We do offer a free one-on-one call with one of our project managers to understand where you are, if you are in need of formulation, if you need a manufacturing, if you're ready to have a product and you'd like to go to sales. We have a TikTok program that we work with, retail program. So it just depends where you are in your journey, where we can go and help you on there. So we do have our first question. Well, you can go in and sign up for the free call. This is it right here on the booking. So if anyone has any questions on what we do, you can do it. Depending on where you are and which program, basically you're going to need an investment of about $2,500. So please keep that in mind before you set up your call. You will need investment of a minimum of $2,500. We'll get you started in our programs, either it be a mentoring or formulations. They're both the same. It's a $2,500 buy-in. So please keep that in mind if you would like to work with us. That would be what you would need to start. And then also on the call, we'd like to know a little bit where you are. If it's just an idea, if you're in the middle of formulations and you just need manufacturing, or the product's ready to go and you need help to sell both on direct to consumer and or retail, or if you're looking to raise capital. Those are the three things that we focus on: formulations, manufacturing, and then go-to-market strategy on there. Fernando, do we have any people that have raised their hand for a phone call? I'm looking, raise their hand that would like to speak. We really like founders to speak, because if you come on board with us, we're going to be pushing you to make a lot of videos to promote your brand. So I don't think I did that great of a job to answer all the questions, but maybe you'll be able to watch this tomorrow. You'll be able to go on, look at this on tomorrow, and do it. Normally we spend a lot more time on questions, but if you are interested, there is a YouTube channel. So tomorrow you'll be able to go on and look at this on your YouTube channel. And if you would like to set up a meeting with myself or one of our project managers, you would go on here and book a call, and then we would go over and ask you where you are. But the minimum to start with a formulation is $2,500, or any of our consulting and marketing groups are $2,500. So I do want to put that out there, so you're aware when you call and set up a call. That's what we would be discussing. So everyone, thank you for your time. Fernando, I don't see any questions, so I think a lot of people have maybe sat through this presentation before. It will be there tomorrow, or just go in and book a time. Maybe you don't want to talk about your brand in front of other people. I totally expect that or respect that. So if no one has any questions, we are going to drop off and let you get back to your evening. I want to thank you for your time. We know your time is very valuable, so thank you for jumping on, listening to our presentation. We appreciate it tremendously. Fernando, we are going to drop off now. So everyone, thank you for your time.